This hourly segment is brought to you by Direct Buy, the #1 way to buy direct for your home. Call 866-DIRECT-9. That's 866-347-3289 for Direct Buy.
Connected with Chicago. News Talk 890 WLS.
8:09, 9 past 8 with Don Wade and Romo. We have apparently two show business stories that we're going to have to deal with. Roma and I are both scratching our heads and wondering how best to do this. And I think you, being the most intelligent radio listener in the world, can help better than anyone else. But before we get to the two showbiz questions, well, it actually is sort of a showbiz question. I want to... something struck me as I was listening to a commercial that was playing just a minute ago. And I want you to use you have to do your own kind of editing, okay? Edit in your mind. I want to play this thing. It was the commercial for the movie. Now, before we play it, think in terms of a movie about, this is going to sound almost sick, a movie about the Kobe Bryant rape case. Okay, so we have Kobe was accused of, having the woman come to his room, the girl, and then he supposedly took advantage of her, and he says it was consensual, she says it wasn't, and so there's a trial. Now, think if this couldn't be an ad, if we just change who the people are who are speaking. Okay, now just run the ad. Now think in terms of the lead characters. We're talking the Kobe Bryant story played by these two other actors.
The attraction is uncontrollable.
My God, look at her.
The feeling is undeniable.
Oh, Mr. Massey.
Now, make a date.
Have dinner with me.
Would I eat men like you for breakfast?
Maybe I'm reckless.
With the one movie with the most chemistry.
Why would you be here?
Why did you ask me?
Can't I be curious?
About what?
Do you ever answer questions?
To you?
The most romance.
Think of me as a friend.
Is that all?
No, that's not all.
And the most laughs.
You're just looking for trouble.
Critics are calling Intolerable Cruelty easily the funniest film of the year.
You're a
4
weird
stars.
guy,
It's
yeah.
classic Coen Brothers magic.
Fascinated by that creature.
Now, life without love is intolerable. George Clooney.
Am I going too far?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Absolutely.
Intolerable Cruelty.
Okay, I'm telling you, that's they've got the movie in the can now. That
I
thing's...
love the Coen Brothers, but by the way, that's ridiculous what you just did.
Of course it's
I love
ridiculous.
the Coen Brothers, and I thought this was going to be a great movie, but it's getting 2.5 stars.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough for a lot of people. 2.5 stars is okay. That's not trash. Come on.
It is.
No, it's not. That's good. Every
don't
movie
know.
doesn't have to be 4 stars.
But they are really good, and what they did with Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, that was great, and they got Clooney to be kind of a parody of himself there, too.
All right, let's talk show business here. This is movie time.
All right.
Michael Sneed, maybe writing the story. Direct out of the Chicago tabloids. Word is a movie about council wars, the legendary war, the battle between Mayor Harold Washington and the Verdoliak 29, led by the legendary Fast Eddie Verdoliak, former co-worker for us. It was back in the 80s. This movie is progressing. Apparently, Bob Title, who produced the movie Barbershop, the Chicago-based Barbershop films, has hired a screenwriter and is in oral discussions about actor Robert De Niro playing Fast Eddie Verdoliak.
Oh, in Eddie Verdoliak's dreams.
Robert
Come
De
on.
Niro
You know,
as
Sneed writes about
Eddie Verdoliak.
all the time. They lunch together. They're thick as thieves. And,
Let's cast the movie.
okay, I won't
It's
rain on the
Council
parade.
Wars. It's Council Wars. If Robert De Niro is playing Eddie Verdoliak, who plays, well, Harold Washington. Harold Washington would be played by, wait a minute, do we have suggestions here on the staff?
Okay, we need
Steve?
suggestions.
There's a wonderful actor by the name of Ozzie Davis
Oh, yeah.
who looks a lot like Harold Washington.
Yeah.
What did Ozzie Davis play?
Oh, my goodness. He's been in
Yeah.
I can't think of a he used to be in that Burt Reynolds sitcom Evening Shade. Among
He's
others.
actually sort of a warm, fuzzy guy.
Yeah, very accomplished.
Well, good,
actor.
great. Harold Washington was a warm, fuzzy guy.
Oh,
He was one of the
absolutely.
That's why Ozzie
sweetest, most
Davis.
huggable man I
Yeah.
ever met. I loved that man.
All right. So we have other characters. We've got Harold Washington, of course, is big. We got to have, Eddie Burke was part of the Verdoliak 29.
Okay, so you got to have
We got-
somebody with white hair. Who would make a good Eddie Burke person?
Come on.
You know what? This is a pipe
This is
dream.
casting call.
I hate to say this. This is a total pipe dream. This is a pipe dream of Eddie Verdoliak to think that somebody's going to make a movie about some fragment of
You
his
think this
life.
is all Eddie's idea?
I do, because it's a Sneed item, and they're just like that.
Oh.
You know, the only times you ever see Eddie Verdoliak mentioned anymore, except when they're investigating Cicero, is when he's in Sneed's column.
Wait a second. Dave's in Racine. Dave, welcome to WLS. It's the casting call.
Not the casting couch, though.
What's that, Dave?
James Earl Jones has to play Harold.
Oh, what a great idea.
Well, yeah,
He
that's
might be too old for that now, I don't know, but he'd make a great Harold.
He would, actually. And remember when Harold came in here and sang with us?
Yes, he did.
He could belt out a song.
I don't know whether James Earl Jones can
I
sing
think
as well.
he could. Yeah.
But thank you.
Great.
Do we have the mayor singing? This would be this a hard act to follow.
Singing that. That's fantastic.
That was terrific. Hold on a second. Joe's in Barrington. Joe, welcome to
Hey,
WLS.
Joe, good morning.
It's the casting call.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Good.
You know, what I was thinking is Oprah Winfrey could play Harold Washington. It would
Wow.
be more of like a late after work type deal.
Thank you very much, Joe. It's 8:15. Here's-
Part-time gig? I don't think so.
We have another show business story. Now, we're going to sort of fold this in because it's also casting, right? And you, as the most intelligent, most perceptive, most creative radio listener in the world, can help with the casting of this as well. $1 million out of the recently passed $368 billion defense bill, $1 million was set aside for Shakespearean performances for our troops overseas.
Shakespearean?
Kid you not.
How cool. How wonderful.
The NEA, National Endowment for the Arts, through
one of
Felicia
your
Knight,
favorite
spokeswoman,
people.
yeah, has said that they are going to take Shakespearean plays to our troops overseas to take their minds off the battlefield action.
Well,
we're
now,
gonna-
what a fascinating concept.
Yeah. You know that the troops are all begging for a Shakespearean group to come and present Shakespeare to them. That's what they're all going to be looking for. So let's think in terms of
To
helping.
be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing in them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. Oh, never mind.
Theater here in Chicago is a wonderful cultural asset, and I think this is something that when everybody finds out about it, people from all over the world will come here.
Yes,
Will you extend your run?
I don't think so. I am not a professional. I'm doing this as a one-night stand.
He's a
you.
one-night stand kind of guy. To die, to sleep, pretends to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil.
All right. You know, there are some people who like Shakespeare.
Okay, so I took a
And-
lot of Shakespeare.
And then there are the troops overseas in the dust and the muck and the mire and the sweat. And I don't know that Shakespeare is what they're going to see. But if they're going to spend the money, if they are going to send troops, Shakespearean companies over there to perform, let's cast some of these. For instance, I'm sure that we could find a part for Britney Spears.
Oh, I know where.
All right.
Romeo and Juliet. She'd have to wear skimpy little things
Yes,
to
well,
please the troops.
there you are. See, there is the point. And somewhere we would get, what's her name, Christina Aguilera.
Aguilera, yeah, sure.
And perhaps in a more matronly role, a Pam Anderson could fill some role. I don't know what it would be, but I'm sure it would make a lot more interesting Shakespeare. Hold on a second. Is it Lenny? No, Terry.
Harry.
Terry's got some creative thought here to help.
This sounds like an episode out of Quantum Leap. They could tell that the Shakespearean play was going to bomb. So what they did is they did it nude. And it was a success.
Nude Shakespeare.
They did.
And
it was very successful.
You send the right crew over there to do nude Shakespeare for the troops. And Brittany, it kind of shades of old Bob Hope things.
Yeah.
We need to start a Shakespearean troupe that's all volunteer of celebrities.
I think that would be. I think the troops would really appreciate it.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nude.
Right.
Doing Shakespeare.
And you got to throw in some really good guys, hot guys for the girls over there.
Oh yeah, there are lots of women on the ground over there too. They need to have, George Clooney, for instance, get on over there with those bright, shiny teeth.
Yeah.
That's all he gets to wear is just those dazzling pearly whites.
That's right.
Thank you. This is Richard in Indiana with a great Shakespearean suggestion.
How about, hey, Don, hey, Roma.
Hey, Richard.
How about the Taming of the Shrew and have Hillary as the Shrew?
Wow. Now we're thinking.
Oh, now you're getting vicious here.
But true.
All right. Gary, who's also in Indiana, welcome to WLS.
Hi there. How are you guys this morning?
Good.
Fine.
I am a Vietnam veteran, and I would doubt that the troops are really looking forward to anything having to do with Shakespeare. And probably there's nothing about Shakespeare that would take your mind off of a combat situation when you're in that situation.
How about Anthony and Cleopatra? You mean even Anthony and Cleopatra wouldn't...
No, I kind of think that the troops would probably rather hear a good hillbilly band.
All right.
Obviously. This is not a man who is going to be quoting Shakespeare anytime soon.
Gary, thank you. Maybe we could work hillbilly band and Shakespeare together.
Shakespeare when I was in Vietnam, but a good hillbilly band just really turned us on, and a cold bottle of beer done wonders for us.
All right. Somebody has suggested Amanda. Is it Amanda Bynes?
Amanda Bynes. Okay.
As perhaps Juliet. Because Juliet is only 14, if I'm not mistaken.
We could send Kobe Bryant over there to play in The Rape of Lucrece.
Hillary
Let's go
Duff.
to John in Wonder Lake.
Oh, wait a second. John's on the line here. Okay, you're on WLS, John.
Good morning, Don and Roma. You're my favorites.
Thank you.
Hey, I think for white-haired Ed Burke, why not throw Steve Martin in there?
Perfect.
Oh.
Absolutely perfect.
That could change Council Wars.
Levity to Council Wars. He could do pratfalls and things like that.
822 WLS.